Hello, welcome to President Time. Now we've finished all 45 presidents, and yesterday we talked about our last one, and you all know who that is. It's our current president, President Trump. And you remember a few things. He was from New York. He was very rich. He's built lots of buildings. He's had a TV show. He has 5 children. His wife, Melania, was a model before she got married. And he didn't have any pets. So that makes 4 presidents that we've had that have not had pets. So I know you love to hear about pets. So I read a chapter of presidential pets when we talked about Obama. So I would like to read the next chapter of this book to you. Remember the first one, it told about their new life and their new pet. Now the author of this book is Laura Driscoll, and the illustrator is Christian Slade, and he has drew some pictures, and he has some photographs in here. Presidential pets. There was the picture with Obama and First Lady Michelle and their 2 daughters, Sasha and Malia. And that's when he became president. They got their dog. All right. And here's some photos that are in the White House, that were in the White House of presidents and their pets, if you remember any of them. So it says, so why have pets been so popular with first families? Maybe it's because pets can make a big house like the White House feel more cozy and more like home. And pets can force a busy president to make time for fun. And pets give friendship too. It's always nice. The president has such a hard job and a lonely job. It's nice to have a friend. So, a president's best friend is the next chapter. And here's the picture. I'm going to hold the book back. This is President Calvin Coolidge and his dog, Rob Roy. So can you guess the most popular White House pet over the years? The dog, of course. In fact, every president for the last 90 years has had a dog. From terriers to retrievers, spaniels to collies, each pet had a personality as unique as his president. During his time in the White House, George W. Bush had 3 dogs. One was a Scottish Terrier named Barney. And I don't know why, but our other president's pets book didn't talk about Barney. They talked about his other dogs. So there's the Scottish Terrier Barney. Barney's biggest claim to fame was he was the star of Barney Cam. For Christmas, Barney shuffled around the White House with a tiny camera attached to his collar, and he filmed a dog's eye view of all the holiday decorations. This footage was added to the Bush's family Christmas video and was put on the internet. Millions of people watched it and loved it. And after that, Barney Cam became a Christmas tradition in the Bush White House. Famous singers and athletes even appeared in some of Barney's videos. I wonder if we Google that, if we could find that someplace on the internet. It's still there. In 2005, the Bushes got another Scottish Terrier named Miss Beasley. She came to the White House as a 10-week-old puppy. Next to Barney, Beezy looked tiny, but a few loud barks at Barney told him she was no pushover. Before either Barney or Miss Beasley arrived, there was Spot, an English Springer Spaniel. Spotty, as they called him, and Barney were good pals. The president sometimes took them on trips together in Marine One, the presidential helicopter. We saw that in our pets book. Spot usually got on without a fuss, but Barney, the president, sometimes had to chase him around the lawn before he would get on board. Sock's mother, Millie, belonged to another first family. Millie lived in the White House when George W. Bush's father was president. His name was almost the same, George H.W. Bush. There he is. While Millie lived at the White House, she gave birth to Spot and her 5 brothers and sisters. Besides being a mom, Millie was a best-selling author. Millie's book, As Dictated to Barbara Bush, was published in 1990, and it sold more copies than the book the president wrote. So there's First Lady Barbara Bush and Millie with her puppies. President Bill Clinton and First Lady Hillary Clinton and their 12-year-old daughter Chelsea came to the White House with only one pet, a cat named Socks. Socks had joined the Clinton family about 2 years earlier. Chelsea was at her piano teacher's house for a lesson, and Socks was a stray kitten, and he was playing in the teacher's yard. When Chelsea held out her hands to the kitten, he jumped right into her arms. Even though Chelsea's parents were allergic to cats, they couldn't resist adding the kitten to their family. As the first pet, Socks became famous overnight. Letters to Socks poured in from his fans, especially kids. Some asked Socks to send them his pautograph. Your autograph is when you write your name. Well, the cat can't write his name, so we give him a paw print, a pautograph. Five years after moving into the White House, the Clinton family became dog owners. Buddy, a chocolate Labrador retriever, was just a puppy when he arrived at the White House. Right from the start, he and the president were good friends. Buddy spent much of his time napping behind the president's desk in the Oval Office. At least once a day, Buddy dropped his ball at President Clinton's feet and started barking. And he wouldn't stop until Clinton came outside to play fetch. Unfortunately, Buddy and Socks did not get along very well. The first time they met, Socks hissed at Buddy, and Buddy barked at Socks. One day, Socks swatted Buddy on the nose. Buddy yelped and ran away. Strangely, Buddy seemed to warm up to Socks after that. Socks, however, never wanted much to do with Buddy. Later, Mrs. Clinton said that she got the feeling that the Labrador Retriever was not the little brother Socks had always wanted. What would Socks have thought if the president had brought home a goat or an alligator or elephants? Good thing he didn't live with any of the presidents in the next chapter. All right, tomorrow I will read the next chapter, Wild Pets of the Past. For now, let's sing our song. Here we go. Make sure you can see it. History's full of people and times, but you can learn them with this rhyme. Presidents of the USA have made our country great today. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pearson, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, and Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Trump. All right. Thanks for joining me for President's Time. See you next time for our next chapter and our song. Bye-bye.